Hey guys, let's talk about path number 3 of Act 9.2.4, starting with the beefy apocalypse. This is going to be a super long path with beefy defenders and will take you 15 to 18 minutes to complete. The nodes are Abated Aegis, Engineered Fracture, Arc Overload, Reinvigorated Unblockable, and Lionheart. Now please be advised to bring an armor break champion for that nasty killmonger. And you will also need an armor up champion for that Havok at the end of the path. The defenders will go unblockable and gain protection and reduce the damage taken unless you bring a heal block, and so naturally heal block champions will work best. A striker will be required for the path, and I would also suggest you to boost well for a faster path completion, including Tech 200% and 12% special boost. The top options will be Warlock, Omega Sentinel, Red Skull, and even Rocket Raccoon. The boss island is of Baron Zemo, Absorbing Man, and Titania, so stick till end of the video to check out the boss fight, its strategies, and different counters. The first fight is going to be against an Apocalypse. Notice the grey timer under the defender's health bar that gives him 20% stacking protection every 14 seconds with the node Abated Aegis. Every 10 seconds, the defender also gains armor up and regeneration with Arc Overload. And when he gains a regeneration, it also makes the defender unblockable with the Invigorated Unblockable node. And finally, there is also Lionheart that gives the attacker a degen if you try to reduce defender regen abilities or reverse them. So your Petrifies, your Spectre, all of them will not work. But the question is, how do you deal with all of these nodes? Very simple actually. You bring in champions with easy heal block or tech champions with armor break. Applying an armor break also inflicts a passive heal block on the defender for 10 seconds. And once the defender is heal blocked, if you activate a striker, that will remove all the protections from the Abated Aegis node. And once there are 0 protections, you do 50% extra damage to the defender. The heal block also stops the defender from going unblockable from the Arc Overload node and also helps you bypass the Lionheart node. So all you need to do is to bring in heal block champions and you're good to go. Now this first fight I'm going against an Apocalypse. He's very tanky and beefy, and also for the fact that I'm using only a 6-star champion. But what I'm trying to do here, I started off with the pre-fight of heal block, and then I'm just using my medium light combos to make sure that I pause those debuffs and always have a heal block up on Apocalypse and baiting out his SP2. And whenever the striker is ready, I throw that out while having a heal block that removes all of those protections. And the Arc Overload does not make him unblockable because there is heal block. So this path is all about having heal block on the champion, and you can run through this path. Now this is fight number 2 against Aegon. So the heal block here from Penny is going to be a passive one. So whenever there is a regen on Aegon, Penny will kind of heal block him for like 2 seconds. So you need to have your striker ready. Once you have your striker ready, as soon as you see the passive heal block, use your striker just like that, and you remove all of those protections from the opponent. There we are. You can push him to an SP2, that's fine. Aegon special attacks are easily evadable. So what I'm trying to do, I am trying to use my SP1 to build up my charges, my Spidey Sense charges. And once I have enough of them, at least 2 special ones, then I'm gonna use a big special 2. But before I do that, I'll make sure that I remove all of those protection charges so I can do 100% of the damage to Aegon. So I'm just building up to an SP2 now, waiting for him to throw a special attack. Now I am looking for a heal block to use a striker just there, and I removed all the protection into an SP2, and look at that damage. And to follow up, there is going to be some huge incinerate that's also going to take out Aegon. Now you can use other champions as well, you don't have to stick to Penny Parker. Any tech champion that can apply armor break is going to work as well because of the node engineered fracture. So whenever you are going to apply an armor break on the opponent, that is also going to apply a heal block on the opponent for 10 seconds. So you can use that to your advantage. So you can bring in champions like Iron Man, Rocket Raccoon. To be honest, any tech champion that has easy access to armor break, like Warlock, all of them will work. So just to keep that in mind, and we threw out another special too to do all of that damage to Aegon, and we're gonna slowly bring him down. Now, my tech roster is not the best one, that's why you will see these fights are pretty slow, but I would really suggest you to boost well. Make sure that you have your 20% health and damage boost, then also your 15% damage boost, and use your tech 200% and 12% special boost as well, because the faster you finish, the quicker the path will be. It is same as your monthly EQ combination of the nodes, but the only problem is you don't gain furies, and the health pools on the defenders make it super hard with the protections. So we are in fight number 3. I'm going against a Morbius, so I have to take care about his glide where he goes unblockable. Apart from that, what I want to do is to build up to an SP2 first and build to almost 3 bars of power, and once you have almost 3 bars of power, you trigger your SP2, you apply those shocks, and as soon as you have the shocks up, then you spam your SP1 as much as you can, because while the shocks are up, they are paused during the special one, and you do a bunch of burst damage and you are able to take down the defender. Also, whenever you are going to parry the opponent, he's going to lose his power. Every 10 hits, you're going to gain an armor up. That is also going to help you. Whenever you want to remove the protection, you are either going to use a heavy attack, or because you're using a vision striker, you can also do like intercept. But I would say that easy way is to just throw in a heavy attack, apply that heal block, and then use a striker, and you can remove the protection quite easy. Moving on to fight number 4, that is going to be a kitty Pryde, and I'm going to bring in Warlock. Now, to be honest, Warlock is the best champion for this path. If you have him, bring him in and use him before this fight. I just want to showcase you different options. That's why I was using different champions. But if you have a Warlock, you don't need to go anywhere else. Just use a Warlock and he will literally destroy the path. Now, not only he applies heal block, with the regen from Arc Overload, he will also control the power of the opponent. And then with the big SP2, he's going to do a lot of damage, and plus because he's going to heal block the opponent, he's going to also apply the passive heal blocks. So he is tailor-made for this path. The only problem is that he does not get any furies because that node is not there, so this does take quite a bit to take down the defenders. But once you throw a SP2 and a few crits in there, you will see that I'm gaining a lot of power, and before I know it, I have my other SP2 ready. That is because I'm using a tech 200% and 12% boost just to finish off the path faster, because the path gets really annoying and just the fights take longer for. And now fight number 5, we come up to the annoying Killmonger. Now this dude is going to be annoying, and you will need an armor break champion. So don't worry about bringing a heal block, because when you will armor break him with a tech champion, he is also going to be heal block at the same time. So the first armor break is going to take a little time to get used to or get to, because the reverberation might cause you some damage. But once you have that, once you have him armor broken, then it's easy game, because he is not going to return the damage to you, and you can just lay into him and get up to the next armor break, and just make sure that he never gets his reverberation back up. Now, some really cool options that work here can be your Iron Mans with the easy access to armor break. Another one of my favorite champion against Killmonger will be your Havok the Duck with all of his armor breaks. You can also use Rocket Raccoon. He will work really well. So different options, different champions with armor break, especially tech champions are the way to go. So you have easy access to heal block and armor break at the same time, so you can get rid of this pesky Killmonger. Otherwise, he's going to be a real headache to deal with on this path. So I hope that helps you out. Let's move on to the next fight. That is going to be against another nasty defender, that is going to be Havok, and you will need a specialty counter. As I explained in the beginning of the video, you will need somebody that can constantly drain his power, or that can constantly have an armor up so you can deal with that Havok. So here goes down Killmonger, and we are going to move on to the last fight. The last fight is going to be against a Red Skull. Now this fight took too long, that's why I've just fast forwarded. But the name of the game is again same, like build up to almost 3 bars of power and make sure you have an armor up on you, and then use a heavy attack to apply heal block on Havok, and then you can use your striker. Remember to use your striker when you have the heal block up so you can remove the protections, and that will also stop the defender from going unblockable once you have the heal block on Havok. Once you're ready, throw that SP2 out and try to get to an SP1 as quick as possible. The more SP1s you apply to the defender, the more burst damage they will take, and they will also pause all of those shocks. Now some other champions that can work really well are going to be your Warlock, of course. Then there's also Omega Sentinel. She is also going to work really well with all of those plasmas. So basically any tech champion that has an armor up, has an armor break, or has an armor up or heal block should work super well for this one. I've just fast forwarded this fight because it took me forever. That's a rank 2 Red Skull. Even though he's boosted, he's taking forever because Havok doesn't take much damage from the shock. So in hindsight, I should not have used Red Skull here, but that's okay. I was still able to bring Havok down, but you do understand the fight, how you're gonna deal with him. Just an armor up champion coupled with an armor break ability or a heal block ability, and you should be able to get through this fight. Make sure that you have a heal block up when you use a striker to remove those protections, and you are good to go. And the final boss we're gonna check out on 9.2.4 is going to be a Baron Zemo. Now we have to bring in a villain attacker to be able to gain power due to the malevolence node. Only villains will gain power here. Also, whenever Baron Zemo will use a special attack, he will gain an evade charge, and he will also go unstoppable because of the footloose node. And if you don't hit Zemo within 8 seconds, you are going to be rooted in your place with the scared stiff node. And Zemo will be way more aggressive in this fight because of the heavy and the dash attacks. So the way this works is you let him throw an SP1 out, and on the last hit you just go in one hit and you dash back. Now because he evaded me, I couldn't do anything. Usually you can just hit once and you can dash back without taking any damage. So I'm just waiting for him to throw that special one. It took a bit of time. I threw my SP2. Now Juggernaut is one of the best counters, and you should be really comfortable evading his SP1 and SP2. Otherwise it can be a bit annoying. Now Juggernaut is amazing here because it unstoppable gives you easy openings to hit Baron Zemo and do a buttload of damage with those the criticals with all of those unstoppable. Some other champions that can work really well are going to be your Onslaught, of course. Serpent is also a great option. I use Serpent as well. So to be honest, any tanky and annoying villain should work well. Vok should work well also. Just you have to play around the route and make sure that you have a special ready if he decides to like root you, and you can get your way out of it with the special attack. So that's how this works. This is just a takedown with Juggernaut, just slowly building up my unstoppables, and right at the end of special one hit and dash back. So that helps you reset the timer of that annoying scared stiff, so you don't get rooted every time you're not able to land a hit. There we go again. Easy intercept with that unstoppable, another SP2, and you just rinse and repeat that, and you're able to take him down. Juggernaut is just amazing. Serpent is also an easy counter, and along with Onslaught. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. It is an easy part, but it's just a long drawn one, and you will just need tech, armor breakers and heal blockers, and that's the only way to deal with this part. Apart from that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section what have you used. That my comment section, the videos, is the best part of the video, so let's keep that up, and I'll see you on the next one. That is going to be 9.2.3 Path 2. See you later guys. Bye.